Hi friends, today in the repair of Jaguar, which has a 2-liter turbo EcoBoost engine from Ford, which does not start the engine.
Теперь не заводится. Не заводится после того, как прыгнул с горочки, с трамплинчика прыгнул.
It does not start after jumping over the road and landed.
Вот, и когда он приземлился, то машина заглохла. Значит,
all 4 wheels came off the road, and after landing it stalled.
Вот, посмотрели топливо. Вот отсюда сняли разъем. Топливо идет. Напор такой нормальный.
Check spark on spark plugs. Check low pressure fuel supply.
Два раза, да, за 2 попытки запуска где-то литр набирает.
Fuel is available and there is enough pressure for the high pressure pump.
Не глохнет.
In 2 attempts to start, it takes 1 liter of gasoline.
Ну, я буду считать, что это как бы хватит для запуска, для ТНВД, чтобы ТНВД давление создал. Потом
If you need to check, be sure to put in a receptacle of sufficient volume.
И сегодня с утра я подключился и автокомом, подключился форсканом. Ну, форсканом пришлось там обмануть маленько, да, программу.
At this point, I will assume that there are no problems on the fuel supply side.
Давление, что автоком, что форскан показывает высокое давление.
After these checks, I hooked up the diagnostic equipment and checked the car for fault codes.
Есть какие-то прочихивания есть, но она не запускается. Иногда может запуститься и прям сразу глохнуть. Сейчас попробуем.
I used AutoCom and FordScan as the engine here is a Ford. These 2 programs showed the same fault codes, not enough low fuel pressure and not enough high fuel pressure in the fuel ramp.
Еще какая-то там ошибка. Вот.
I was very surprised at this, because I had seen the low pressure with my own eyes. It remains to check the high fuel pressure, which should be 200 bar, but now only 120. Attempts to start the car is still there. It can even start, but immediately stalled. I try to start the car during diagnostics. He honestly tried, but it didn't work. Now I think it's time to check the high-pressure fuel pump. I will dismantle it and inspect it visually. To do this, we need to remove the windshield wipers and the jabot. After that, we have full access to the pump. It is protected by 2 steel plates. I have already unscrewed the upper one. It is also protected by a polyurethane foam cover. We can see the low pressure supply from plastic and the high pressure outlet of a steel tube with a nut, as well as the pressure regulator connector. This all needs to be disconnected and the 2 bolts securing the pump to the engine need to be unscrewed. I also want to unscrew the valve cover, because the owner of the car told me that after the jump it cracked, and he still fixed it with epoxy. I told him that it will not work and the cover must be replaced. We will also take it off and inspect it visually. Maybe we will find the cause of the crack. By ear, the engine turns with compression. There are even attempts to start, but it will be necessary to check the compression readings. I just disconnected the high pressure part and there is very little fuel. It shouldn't be like this. Even a piece of cloth couldn't get it wet. That's all that came out. I dismantled the pump. Visually, everything is in order. The spring is intact. The diaphragm is not leaking. The oil level in the engine does not rise above the level and the fuel does not smell. I also removed the valve cover and now I will show you what I saw there. The timing chain is not normally standing. The chain is in the wrong position. It is between the teeth of the timing gear. It rotates in this position. It does not have the opportunity to set as it should. Most likely it has jumped and the timing chain marks are not correct.
Причина
There's
может
also a strange squeaking noise when I turn it.
давление
I'll let you
топлива
hear
из-за
it.
этого маленькое, потому что цепь не
When I
сидит
crank the
на зубьях,
crankshaft with the
и в
key,
момент
the
запуска,
chain
ну или,
spins this
честно говоря, не
vasoregulator.
только
But when
я,
I turn the starter,
владелец
when I
ему
start
очень
the
много
engine,
раз
it
пытался
slides on the
написать.
gear and does not spin the
Еще раз повторяю,
camshaft,
цепь сидит не на зубьях, и
or
она
spins a
не на
little,
зубья и
because of this
заходится.
error on low fuel
Когда я
pressure,
рукой
because the
прокручиваю,
high
туда
pressure
все
pump
крутится.
has a drive from this
Вот,
camshaft.
а когда пытается стартером крутить, скорее всего, здесь проскальзывает.
The cause is
Либо
found.
авто
It's
крутится
not the
не так,
cause,
из-за
it's the
этого давление
consequences.
маленькое. Вот мои такие мысли.
And to see the
Вот, а то,
full
что
extent of
внутри
damage,
сломалось,
you need to disassemble the engine
смотрите в
further.
следующей серии.